John Brennan here with MMA T Company. I have BMO, Ben Moser, one of our professional fighters, new to MMA T Company, here today. What's up, BMO? How you doing? How you holding up?
Yo, what up, Bearcat? Hanging in there, quarantined like everyone else. Fortunate enough to still be able to work, so that's nice. But other than that, same old stuff. Working out at home, hanging out, waiting to fight.
Yeah, I think we're all in that same boat. You're working out at home. I'm working out at home. We were just talking about how I'm sick of beating up my heavy bag.
hmm
Uh, what kind of home workouts are you doing?
A lot of strength and conditioning, just body weight exercise stuff. I ran through a good one yesterday. Vitality Athletics sent me one to run through. 15-minute AMRAP little deal, 30 squats, 20 lunges, 10 push-ups, 5 burpees, as many times as you can in 15 minutes. So just stuff like that, just trying to burn myself out. And, of course, hitting the pavement. I love to run, so anytime it's nice out, I can throw the shoes on and put my baby in the stroller and hit the pavement. We're out.
Right on. I just bought some new running shoes today, actually. What are you wearing when you run?
I got some Nikes. I'm actually wearing my running shoes right now. Hold on a second. How do you turn this thing around? Wearing my running shoes today. Running around a beer store selling beer. This place is a madhouse since the quarantine. No one's going to the bars. I've been working like crazy. Yeah, it's nuts in here. So I put my running shoes on because
You're logging all kinds of miles from
yeah,
back and
man.
forth at the beer store. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, beer's an essential
it
essential thing
is.
here in Pennsylvania now.
It is indeed.
So when you're not at the beer store, right, and you're, actually able to train for a fight, um, what do you like to do in terms of training? Cam and I were talking a little bit about how, he's been all over where he has done just striking and then just
hmm
grappling, and then he was doing some fusion, and now he's training just with little gloves. You've been at the game for a while. What's
hmm
your preferred method of training when you're in the gym?
Well, I mix it up. My week usually mixes up like effort and martial arts. I go there. Was going there. I'm just getting ready to do my own thing here a little bit. We'll get to that.
All
But I
right.
was going effort and martial arts, doing Sambo Jiu-Jitsu Fusion there. I get my striking in there as well. And then I've been training CrossFit and stuff at Vitality Athletics, also in Ephrata. But I usually try and catch strength and conditioning 2-3 times a week, and then obviously on the mats every day, trying to obviously get better like everyone else is. But yeah, just the typical fight camp is ground game, striking, and then trying to make those gains in the gym, lifting weights too. So you know how it is. It's a juggling act. I don't really have like a rhyme or reason on how I was going after it, but trying to get it, trying to stay well rounded.
Gotcha. Okay. And you're a pretty tall 35er,
hmm
but I see that you're in the gym. You're doing a lot of strength conditioning. You're always posting things on Instagram, Facebook, stuff like that. Do you plan on staying at 35? You have any plans of ever going up? How's the weight cut for you?
The weight cut's actually really easy. My wife makes it super easy. She does all my dietary stuff, meal preps on Sunday for my week, and then every Sunday she's in the kitchen cooking. So it's not just when Moser House is in fight camp, it's not just me in a fight camp. Everyone's on board, and I wouldn't honestly be able to do it without her. Doing my meal prep, I'd just be at McDonald's all the time. I'd be a 170 guy. Right now I think I'm sticking at 135. Like I said, my weight cut's not too bad. I walk around at like 150. So cutting 15 pounds isn't terrible. I stopped drinking beer and there's like 5 to 8 pounds, and the rest is just my diet and water weight. So yeah, I've never had, knock on wood, never bumped into a tough weight cut to get to 35. Going lower than that I'd have to cut an arm off or something. So 35 is my weight, and I think I'm, pretty much plan on staying there unless something crazy happens and I put on like 15 pounds overnight. But
Yeah, if we're
I don't
stuck
see
inside for the next 6 months.
yeah, right. So it could happen. It could happen, Bearcat. You might see me up there in your weight.
Hey, I might come down to yours. I've been losing weight during this quarantine.
Oh, dang. That'd be wild.
Yeah, yeah, it would. So you say your wife, she's doing meal prep and whatnot for you. What's your go-to meal when you're in camp? What she make for you a lot?
Dude, I love Brussels sprouts and chicken. So she's usually whipping up stuff like that, asparagus and fish, Brussels sprouts, chicken. She gets like the little cube steaks. So yeah, really thin. She's really good at like portioning out my meals. So the beginning of weight camp, I'm eating pretty much whatever, and as fight camp goes on, she's portioning me down So pretty much by the last fight week, I'm eating like, I don't know what a little kid would eat.
Nothing. Pretty much nothing.
You know the grind.
Yeah.
But she's good at keeping everything lean, and then she's really good at as I'm burning calories and stuff, and getting closer to fight day, portioning me down, but still keeping me fueled up. So, that's not my science. I just go to the gym and work hard, and she knows what I need to do. So I trust her judgment, and she keeps, I've never missed weight yet. So what we're doing's working. So we're not changing anything.
That's awesome. Yeah, stick to it if it works for you.
Yeah.
Now, when you're actually in, weight cut week, different people have tons of different ideas on how to cut weight, best way to cut weight. What's your go-to for that week?
I usually do this thing. It's eat breakfast like a king, eat lunch like a queen, and eat dinner like a prince. I'll have a big breakfast. I'll have a medium to small size lunch, and then I'll pick at something for dinner time. Because I feel like I have all day to burn off this huge breakfast, and then I'll burn weight overnight. So I'm actually losing weight while I'm sleeping. And then if I have anything to scrape off, on weigh-in day or the day before weigh-ins, I usually hit like a hot tub, and sweat off the weight like that. Hit a hot tub as hot as the water I can stand, and I'll get out, wrap myself in a couple towels and a blanket, and sweat. I can usually lose 3 to 4 pounds that way. And that's usually like it for me right there. So I try and make that like the day of weigh-ins. I'll be sweating in a tub, show up, and then make weight, and then start putting it all right back on. So I can put 10 to 13 pounds on overnight, no problem. Just because, the way we've been doing it over the last couple of years, we kind of got it down to a science now.
Now, speaking of that science, you're eating, those bigger meals in the morning and then kind of tapering off throughout the day. What's your liquid intake look like?
I stick to water and Gatorade. That's pretty much it. We, try and cut out everything as far as, the sugary drinks. I know Gatorade falls in that sugary drink thing, but I need the electrolytes. I stay clear from the Pedialyte until I actually, I get off the scale. But just water. And I'm drinking throughout the day because I know eventually I'm going to have to squeeze it out of myself, at the end of the week. So
sure. Yeah, Pedialyte's funny. We've been using it for years, right, to rehydrate after weighing in. And in the past couple, 2-3 years, I've noticed that they've now rebranded and they're marketing themselves as a hangover cure to 20-somethings, which is really funny. Because forever I was just shopping in the baby aisle on weight cut week. To get that Pedialyte. So it's funny to see how they've come full circle as well.
Yeah.
So you mentioned earlier, you're starting your own thing in terms of a gym.
Yeah.
We got to talk a little bit about that, offline. You want to fill everybody in on kind of what you're doing, what's going on up there?
Yeah. I coach at the Elko Wrestling Youth Program, and that kind of helped me branch out with kids and getting them, helping out with the wrestlers. I'm the head coach there for the youth guys, and I've been doing that the last 3 years. I've been fighting my first fight was in 2009, so I've been fighting for a decade now. So I've had a ton of people reaching out like, hey, you ever going to do your own thing? I'd love to learn some jiu-jitsu. I'd love to, learn a little bit with my hands or, this, self-defense. And it just the opportunity came up for me to get this spot. I bought some mats. I bought a 30 by 30 foot mat. I bought some turf and I'm looking to crack my own gym open here soon. I'm going to label it as Sambo Jiu-Jitsu Fusion because that's what I do. I'm a big sambist. I love the Russian sport. And I love jiu-jitsu and I just love putting it all together. So, looking to get into Sambo Jiu-Jitsu Fusion. I'll be doing some striking there, probably 2 days a week, and strength and conditioning, 2-3 days a week there as well. So it's going to be a well-rounded gym for other fighters to bop in and out of. We'd love to have you in sometime. I know I want to talk to the Philly crew, get the Martinez guys in. And I just want to keep it more like a fight club where people can come and learn a little bit of everything. Have like a monthly or bi-monthly seminar where we get like maybe Damien in or Vlad Kulikov. Just have some guys constantly rolling through, just to have a good spot for, like a melting pot for all of us to kind of come together. I bounce around to a lot of different gyms from LBJJ to Gracie to Effort of Martial Arts to Kulikov Grappling Academy. I got friends all over. And it'd be cool to have a spot where we can all kind of meet up here and there and, information download, you know what I mean? Like, yo, check out this cool thing I learned the other day. And then we all pass it around, and, just have a cool spot for everyone to share.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the best way to learn is to kind of branch out and to train with new people and to get those other looks.
Yeah.
I've been doing that, I think, more in the past year than I
Mhm.
ever really have. Christian and I've been traveling around, just getting sparring rounds with different guys. So
Yeah.
we'll definitely be up.
Yeah. You guys are welcome
Come
anytime.
hang out.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And where's it going to be?
It's in Richland, Pennsylvania. I live here in Myerstown. It's literally 5 minutes from my house. I haven't disclosed the actual location yet because I haven't officially opened. I was supposed to open April 1st, and then all this popped off. So now I'm looking at May 1st, but we'll see if that's going to come, to fruition there. Just kind of dragging my feet. Everything's ready to go. I got bags. I got mats. I got turf. I got weights. I'm just ready to open the dang place up.
Yeah, whenever we can, right? Whenever we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you mentioned a little earlier, you always have, people hitting you up about different things. I've noticed whenever you're on a fight card, you pack that place out.
Yeah, man.
What could you attribute, the amount of fans that you have to? Do you do anything special? Is there anything that you do to try to sell tickets? You're always, at the top of those cards when people are looking, to come out to Art of War shows.
I do a couple different things. I'm really involved in the community here in Myerstown. It's not a very big, it's not a metropolis or anything like Lancaster City where you guys are coming from. We're a small, tight-knit community, and these guys have had my back since I started fighting. I've worked out in a couple people's garages from time to time, helping people lose weight. Like I said, coaching the Elko Youth Program has helped. I just have my hand in a lot of different things, and I just try and be the best person I can for myself and for everyone around me. And I feel like if you work hard and put yourself out there, people are either going to have your back or they're not. And I'm fortunate enough that the people around me are super supportive, and I wouldn't be where I'm at without them. As far as like marketing goes for fights, I put myself out there to sponsors. Sponsors have always come pretty easily because I have just great friends that are support me. Selling tickets is a bear. I got a text message. Hold on a second.
No, you're good. You're good.
Selling tickets is a bear. You know that. But I try and put packages together where I get shirts printed, and if you buy a ticket, you get a free shirt, or you buy a ticket, you get a shirt for $5. Because who doesn't want a cool shirt? You know what I mean? And go out and I always tell people too, even if you're not into fighting or MMA, once you show up to one of these events and you actually know someone in there and you catch that whole static that's just in the air, you'll never miss another fight. Whether you watch fights every Saturday or this is your first one. My grandparents come out there, never watched a fight in their life, and they're out there yelling with the best of them. They haven't missed a fight yet. So it's just cool to get people out there and feeling that static. We have people that have come out and been like, oh, we've never watched a fight in our life, but we'll never miss another one because this is crazy. Watch, they come out and drink a beer and let loose a little bit and watch dudes crack the hell out of each other. It's wild. It's worth the $50.
Oh, absolutely. And you and I both have been fighting for Bickings for a little while now, and he's the kind of guy that says, we're throwing a party and a fight breaks out in the middle.
Yeah.
And anybody who comes out to our fights, those shows, I think they could agree with that. And it is an atmosphere that's kind of for everyone, not even fight fans. I'm the same way as you, right? People are coming out. They don't watch MMA.
Yeah.
They don't care about anybody else on the card, but if I'm fighting, or people coming out seeing you, same thing. So getting people out to those regional shows, I think it does help coming from, a small town like you came from, like where I'm originally from, where it is a close-knit community and, you get a lot of that support. Now, looking for, into the future for your gym, what are your plans in terms of, bringing people in? Are you going to have youth classes, just adults, things like that, get that out there and get people in the door?
Yeah, I'll have both. I'm definitely looking to run. What got me into it was youth, so I'm gonna have youth classes. I'm gonna have probably 2 nights a week of strictly just wrestling too, like collegiate wrestling, because that's what got me into this was wrestling. So I'm gonna do a little bit of everything. I'm kind of still working out my schedule, working out some kinks on a schedule. I think I'm looking at a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm gonna do Sambo Jiu-Jitsu Fusion. And then Tuesday, Thursdays, I'm looking to have youth wrestling. And then in the evenings on that day, on Tuesday, Thursdays, I'll have a striking class. Saturday, Sundays will be like an open mat. Whoever shows up can come do whatever. If they want to strike, go over there and strike. If they want to drill, go over there and drill. There's plenty of space at this place for people to just show up on an open mat and and have at it. If they want to work strength conditioning, push a sled around or hit some tires, or just drill an arm bar. Go have at it. So yeah, once my schedule's locked down, follow Moser's Mat Club on Facebook. I'll post everything on there, and come check it out.
Awesome, man. Well, I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I know you got to get back to work. Pushing that beer around, that essential liquid that's being bought up there. So hopefully we'll get to see you soon, right, in person, whenever all this stuff is lifted. And we'll look forward to fighting on the same card here shortly.
Cool. Yes, sir. Looking hopefully sometime in August. Once this all passes, I'm hoping August is our time. So yeah, stick with it, man, and come get some rounds in sometime.
Will do, Ben. Take care. I'll talk to you soon.
Yep. See ya.
All right. Thanks.